مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Hi grade 8 students and welcome back to a new lesson for today. Have a quick look at today's value. Our value for today is honoring our great Prophet Muhammad, God's peace and mercy be upon him. So, should always say, I'm a Qatari and proud to follow the Prophet Muhammad, God's peace and mercy be upon him. So, our lesson today is a reading task, and we have three main objectives for our lesson today. The first one is to talk about Salah ad-Din's life, work, and accomplishments. The second one is to skim the text and choose a suitable title correctly. And our third objective is to answer 6 WH questions correctly and complete the summary of the story. Now let's get started. We have some new vocabulary item for today's lesson. First one is confident. She was a confident swimmer. I'm confident that I have found the right path. Confident. Confident. The second word for today is brave. The brave captain saved his ship. You are very brave, aren't you? Brave soldiers fight for their countries. Brave soldiers fight for their country. Brave. The third one is honest. Honest. I don't think he was completely honest about his intentions. I need you to be honest about how I look. Honest. Honest. Honest people realize their objectives. Should always be honest with ourselves and our colleagues. Honest. Now, look at these historical sites in Palestine. This is Al-Aqsa Mosque. Okay, you already know what Al-Aqsa Mosque is. Okay, and this is Jerusalem, Al-Quds. This is the Holy Land of Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Okay, now my students, which words would you use to describe a true hero? Would you use brave, clever, confident, sensible, honest, or strong? It's your turn to use these words to describe certain honest people that you have already known. Yes, clever, confident, brave, honest, etc. Now, your turn is to read the text quickly. Skim and choose the best title for the text or for our today's text. You know who this person is? This is the great Arab and Muslim hero, Salah ad-Din. Okay, it's your turn to read the text quickly, skim, and choose the best or the correct title for today's text. Is it a true hero, a great victory, or the king's illness? Now, this is the text about Salah ad-Din. You've got to skim this text and find the answer to the first question. Then you are going to do a second task, that is to scan, means to read fast to find specific information in the text. Look at the knight. This is the knight. This is his helmet, armor, sword, and shield. Look at these parts or these equipments that a knight usually has. Okay. Now this is the text about Salah ad-Din. This is the complementary part of the text. Now, for exercise B, your turn is to read the text quickly, skim it, and choose the best title. Now your turn is to guess what the title of the text is. Yes? Great. A true hero. Salah ad-Din has always been a true hero. Now your turn is to scan the text once again. Read it carefully and answer these questions. Question number 1. What happened at the Battle of Hittin? Number 2. What happened to King Richard that worried his soldiers? Number 3. Who were the 5 soldiers? Number 4. Who sent the soldiers? Number 5. What did the soldiers have with them? The final question is, what do we understand about Salah ad-Din's character from the story? Now, for question number 1, what happened at the Battle of Hittin? Right, great. Salah ad-Din led the Muslim soldiers and managed to successfully defeat their enemies and free Jerusalem. Number 2, what happened to King Richard that worried his soldiers? He was seriously wounded. Number 3, who were the 5 soldiers? Yes, they were Muslim soldiers who were sent by Salah ad-Din to help King Richard. Number 3, who sent the soldiers? Yes, definitely Salah ad-Din is the person who sent the soldiers. Number 5, what did the soldiers have with them? Yes, the soldiers had fruit as well as ice with them. The final question, what do we understand about Salah ad-Din's character from the story? Yes, he was a great leader who managed to win battles and also a good-hearted man who cared about others. Now, go to exercise B, page 51 of your student's book. It's your turn to complete the summary of the story and write a word or a short phrase in each gap. Number 1, King Richard was a great enemy of Salah ad-Din. But when Salah ad-Din heard about his illness, he sent 5 soldiers to help him, and one of them was a doctor. The 5 soldiers brought fruit, and ice for the king. All King Richard's knights were amazed by his action. They now understood why so many people believed that Salah ad-Din was a great man. However, the war continued and Richard's soldiers later attacked the town of Acre. In 1192, Richard was 20 kilometers from Jerusalem, but he could never take the city. And Salah ad-Din and Richard agreed to make peace. When Salah ad-Din died later in 1193, he wasn't rich because he always gave money to the needy or to the people in need. Now, by the end of this lesson, I would like to direct your attention to the word wall game at the end of the lesson. By this, we come to the end of our video for today. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.
مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.